All right, all right, all right. Hello, Gun Nation. How's everyone doing this evening? We'll give it a little bit. I or jumped on early, um, and we'll get this kicked off. I'll call out the chat. Got Dan O'Neill, Scott79, Cajun Tigers, Indy Irish, and I'm sure more will be jumping in. So we will get to it. Got some goodies to talk about tonight. Hey, Pistol Pete, how are you, man? Um, Cheers, everyone. Look at those legs. I don't know if you can see them. It's pretty good stuff. Those legs are hanging on that glass. That's what I like. Hello, C Kim. CZ Shadow 2. How are y'all doing? But yeah, we're going to get into some questions. And if y'all have any, please throw them out there. Been a crazy week for me already, and a crazy last week. Hello, A-Dubs. Hello, Gemini Cloud AD. Don't recognize your name. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about with some new guns that are coming out. Hello, Milkman. Some new guns that are coming out, and also some things I wanted y'all to be aware of that's going to be happening, not on the channel, but that's going to be happening to affect a lot of people. So, I want y'all to be aware of that. And I want to talk about Christmas. You know what y'all are wanting for Christmas gifts, things like that. But and then also something that, man, I've been noticing. I mean, like even when I go in places and things like that, it's kind of like with this cough situation and all that, and of course the more doom and gloom that's coming, um, is, man, just people's mental health, on kids. I mean, I've seen it with some kids. We've got kids in our family. Seen it affecting kids and adults and stuff like that, and I've seen people just down in the dumps. Um, and it's just all this doom and gloom that's coming, and it's just, man, it's just crazy. But I know this is taking a mental toll on a lot of people. Like I said, kids, adults, everyone. And you know, if you were able to turn your phone off and turn the TV off for like a week and a half, you'd be a hell of a lot happier person. But they're definitely pumping that stuff out to get everybody, all crazy. Let's see here. Yes, Merry Christmas to all. 'Tis the season indeed. Let's see here. What's a good rangefinder? What I have is a Bushnell. Believe it or not, it's actually my golf rangefinder, and it actually works really well. It'll actually go out to, I think mine goes out to like 600 and something yards, maybe farther. That's far, in golf, that's as far as I've ever shot it. Or five something, but no, it works good. It has a laser. Now, if there's a reflector on the end, such as a golf flagpole, it'll kick back. But as far as a large object, even a target, if it can hit it, it'll send it back to me. It's pretty damn accurate. So I just use a Bushnell rangefinder for golf. I know they make shooting rangefinders, and they're much more expensive. I mean, the one that I have wasn't cheap back when I got it. I think it was like $290, but it's got slope elevation and a bunch of other stuff. Most people won't need that, but Bushnell makes a pretty good one, and it's got a little pouch. You can carry it. I just hook it on my range bag, and it works for me. So I don't think we need to, or well, put it this way, for the stuff that I'm doing it, the basic needs, I don't think I need like a $900 rangefinder for me. It's just personal. Not saying those other ones aren't good. That's just, in my opinion. Hello, Bald and Curious. How are you? LZ USA. Dennis Buckner. Merry Christmas. Yes, Christ Mass. You're exactly right. Yeah, I'm not really into the happy holiday thing. Everybody, of course, can have their own beliefs, and that's really cool. That's what makes us all us. But man, I say Merry Christmas. So I was I was well, not really corrected, but I told this person Merry Christmas, and they were like, "Oh, Happy Holidays." I'm like, okay. So Yeah, and if y'all don't mind, I don't ask for this very much, but if y'all can say a little prayer. My mother was in a car accident, pretty bad one. Broke two vertebrae, not slipped, broke. They're compound fractures in her back, so we're dealing with that. And my dad is actually in the rehabilitation center himself, so I've got both parents in there. So I'm kind of dealing with that. So not, looking for tears and all that stuff. It's just it's just been a mess for about the past 2 weeks. So I've been dealing with that, and it's not fun. Yeah, the red kind of looks like you're in hell. Well, y'all let me know what you like. Do you like the red or do you like the blue? Which one do y'all like better? Let me know. Thank you, man. Thank you, Pistol Pete. Yeah, definitely. If y'all could say a prayer, I'd really, really appreciate it. Um, yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, the car was, if the airbags wouldn't have been there, I mean, the car is totaled, and it was a nice car, but not anymore. Um, it actually pushed the motor all the way. It was a head-on collision, pushed the motor all the way through the dash. The drive shaft lifted up the bottom of the frame and tilted the driver's side seat towards the glass. Um, this, I mean, it's a miracle my mother made it out of that. So I've definitely been saying many prayers. States are really starting to separate 2A anti-gun. Yeah, I mean we gotta fight for our rights, man. You like the blue better? Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Beck. I appreciate it. Red for Christmas. That's kind of what I was doing was the red. I thought it would be cool for Christmas, but yeah, I do have orange, but it doesn't look like it's orange. See, here's the orange. Does that look orange to you? It kind of looks like yellowish white to me. Yep, Dan O'Neill. It's definitely my mom. So purple. Thank you everyone for the prayers. The purple. That's the purple. Kind of looks bluish purple to me, but whatever. We'll just roll. I'll put it on the blue, and you know, I was trying to do red for Christmas, but and then so I appreciate all the prayers and everything. I wanted to talk about something y'all need to know about. Okay, if you're considering any weapon-mounted lights, whether it be for your AR, for your pistols, anything like that, just to let you know, Streamlight and Surefire are going to be having big price increases after the first of the year. So if you're considering any weapon-mounted light, whether it be a pistol light, rifle light, whatever, you might want to consider getting it now because some of the price increases are with Streamlight. They are going to be 15%. They're going up 15% across the board. Surefire is going from 9 to 15% across the board. So that's on everything. So I went ahead and picked up another Surefire. I've already put it on a gun, but picked up another Surefire X300 and I got it. I don't know if you can see this. I got it in the FDE and I got the screw model because I have the slip on, whatever it is, the A, and this is the B model. So I didn't have the little turn dial one. So I picked up one. It wasn't cheap anyway. I got it at Texas Gun Experience. Um, wasn't cheap anyway, but they're going up sky high. So just to let you know, every little bit helps. If I can help y'all save some money, that's what I'm trying to do. So just keep that in mind. I know it's affecting the lights. It's going to be affecting some other stuff, but that is already written in stone. So it's coming. So just be prepared for it. Uh, yeah, even the Made in America stuff is going up. So that's it's pretty crazy. Let's see here. And then also, I don't know if y'all keep up with Yellowstone. It's one of my favorite shows. I love Yellowstone. Well, I checked out the new 1883. And I just want to kind of give you all a hint or ideas about it. I won't give away in case y'all haven't seen it yet, but this is kind of how Yellowstone came about, like the grandfather way back. And so I watched the first two episodes. I did get the Paramount Plus because it's got some good shows on there. So I did go ahead and get the Paramount Plus, and I've been checking it out. So I did watch the first two episodes of 1883, and it's actually really good. So I really liked it. If y'all are into that, I kind of dig the Western, the old Western types. That's kind of what it is. And it's actually a really good show. So, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, you want to see it, grab it. Let's see here. Indie Irish came across an SRO on PSA, but it was $549. That's actually a good price. I've seen them going for $750 right now. And I'm actually still looking for one. So I might, all the distributors, I've already checked again, all the distributors were sold out of, some of them had the one MOA, and that might be what PSA has. But I was wanting the 3.5 MOA. That seems to be my sweet spot. And the 5 MOA is not bad. It's just that 3.5, I think, or maybe the 2.5. That's the one that I really like. So that's another one I was trying to find. And I mean, all the distributors I have checked, none of them have them yet. And they're actually saying it could be a 13-month backlog for SROs. Now, here's the thing. They're Trigicon. However, most of the electronics, they're probably made in China or Taiwan or something like that. So, you know, it is what it is. A lot of the electronics are not made here. And if you know anything about that, you only have to have a certain percentage of your product made here to say USA. So, you know, not everything's made here. A-Dubs is saying 1883 was freaking great. Yeah, I thought it was really good. All right. Ron Hunt is saying, today I took my 1911 and 2011 in to one of my gun guys to put green dots on both pistols. Sweet, man. That's awesome. Yeah, and I'm digging that Hollow Sun green dot. And like I said in the video, if y'all watched it, as far as, you know, I have a lot of red dots, you know, for pistols, and this is my first official green one that I have owned. So can I say green is better than the red? I can't say that yet. You know, with the fiber optics, I definitely prefer green if I'm just shooting a fiber optic. But I really like the green, and I've just gotten so used to the red. I don't know if the green is. I mean, it definitely probably catches my eye more. It's just not. I guess when I'm shooting it, you know, I'm not really staring at the dot. I'm target focused, and the dot's just getting in the way. So I'm not like, oh my God, this green is awesome. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not saying it's just blowing me away yet. I'm just saying I like it. So, and I'm sure as I shoot it more, I'll like it more and more. But I mean, I'm still good. Let's see here. Trijicon 2.5 MOA handgun reflex optic. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I might check that out. Saw Federal HST 124 grain or 147 for $38 for a box of 50. If anyone needs it, Target Sports USA, not cheap, but good defensive ammo. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love that ammo. Big 124 guy myself, but and I do love HST. And yeah, I remember, and this is no lie, and I posted it many, many times. I used to be able to get a 50 round box of HST 124. I could get plus P or regular 124 for $19.99 a box. At a place that I go to, but I mean, they haven't had any in a long time. But I did stock up hardcore back in the day. Yeah, and Kim, that's the thing. I haven't taken the green really outdoor yet, you know, like hardcore outdoor. So that's really probably where it's going to pop more. And that's why I'm not really, you know, me. I like to test everything. I like to give honest opinions. And in the lighting with the indoor range, yes, I like the green. It does show up very, very well. But I want to get outdoors and kind of have, you know, more backdrops and, you know, like put it on green backings and green trees and all that kind of stuff to give. And I know my eyes are different than other people, but just give a differing opinion, maybe what I like, what I don't like. And I haven't been able to do that yet with what's going on. So let's see here. Dennis Buckner, I like the 508T green on my MR920, and that's what mine is a 508T. That's cool. Hey, what's up, Tactical Firearms? How are you, man? Late to the party? Hey, man. Better to be late than not show up. How about that? Yes, the 508T does have an RMR footprint, Bald. Yep, it's the same as the 407, 507, just like, yeah, that's what I was telling you. But you were asking me what is the bigger window, and you were also asking about the K, but the 508T is a little square where the 507 gives you the rounded top for a little taller window. Let's see here. Big J, what are your biggest hits and misses in the firearm industry for 2021? Most anticipated for 2022? Actually, that's funny that you said that. I do kind of have a video coming out, and I'll be talking about that, talking about this exact thing, same thing. I mean, I can give you a couple of them. The Rock Island, the Glock aluminum clone, that thing was kind of a flop. I don't really know a lot of people that have just fallen in love with it. I know some people that tested it, and then it just kind of fell out off the face of the earth. If you look on the internet, you don't really even see it anymore. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen with that one. For 2022, there is, and I know some people have already kind of talked about it, but Savage has a new little pistol. It's available in 223, 300 blackout, 308, 308, but it is called the Savage 110P. It stands for pistol, but basically it's a pistol, short barrel bolt gun, and it does not come with the brace, so you have to add the brace. But I think that thing's pretty cool. It's kind of like a inexpensive Q mini fix, kind of. Like I said, it's available in 300 blackout, 308. I think that's pretty cool. And Savage makes really good little rifles. And it does come with the AccuTrigger, which is actually a really good trigger. I love mine on my B22 Precision. It does come in a MDT aluminum chassis. So it's pretty cool. It's about, I think the MSRP was like $8.99 or something, but you do have to buy the brace. So, Bald, if you had, now I thought you told me that you had it cut for a 507 or a K. If you had it cut for, the regular 507, all an RMR, SRO, all of that will fit on it. If you had it cut for a K, then it's going to be the micro dots, which is your Shield, RMSC, the Hollow Sun, 507K, 407K, those little guys. But if you had it cut for an RMR, then it's gonna be you can put the big ones on it. So let's see here. By the way, I finally got my tracking number for my Hollow Sun 507C X2 replacement yesterday on the way. Awesome, man. Cool. I'm glad they got you taken care of. Ruger announced the Marlin. Yes. Also, I did hear that Ruger, of course, when they bought Marlin, there was like a big crap storm there. They're way behind on, I guess, new products they were going to have out. But they have some coming, but not all that they were expecting. But that's cool, man. Let's see here. Also, Savage came out with a new pistol. I don't know if y'all have seen it. I actually thought it was a joke. When I saw the picture, I was like, no way. It looks like a shield and an honor guard. If y'all remember those shitty honor guards, it looks like those combined. It's way late to the party. Nobody's looking for a single stack right now, I don't think, unless it's a high capacity, like a high capacity, double stack or slant stack. But this looks like it's a single stack, and it's kind of a weird looking little gun. So I don't know if y'all have seen it, but I wasn't too impressed with it. Let's see here. What LPVO did you recommend? A 1 by 24? If it's a LPVO, I love the 1 to 6 or the 1 to 8. And you can get the 1 to 10, but it's heavier. But I really like the Vortex Razors HDs. They are expensive. However, when you're dealing with glass and you're dealing with quality and you're dealing with a warranty, they've got the lifetime warranty, and the Razor HD for the iBox on One Power is awesome. It is daylight bright. I mean, I really like the 1 to 6. I think the 1 to 10 is a little overkill for an LPVO personally. Not saying it's bad. And if you need that much magnification, then get it. But it is heavier. And I I really like the Razor 1 to 6. And on the 1 to 10, when you magnify out, you do get more shadowing than you do on the 1 to 6, of course, because it has more magnification. But I really like the Razor 1 to 6. Now, I'm not the biggest LPVO guy in the world, I'll admit that, but I know what I like. And I've got 3 other LPVOs, and they're 1 to 6. One is a 1 to 8, and the Razor HD blows them away. But you're going to pay for it. But, you know, buy once, cry once. Get the good stuff, and you don't have to keep fiddle fucking around and spending more money. Because once you look at a Razor HD, and then you look at some cheaper glass, and I'm not saying some of the cheaper optics are bad. I know that Bald has the one that he likes. I think it's an Athlon or something. I don't really have any experience with those, but man, for the quality of the Razor, you just can't beat it. Hey, what's up, Josh? How are you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Bald's talking about the Athlon. Yeah. Bald, do you have a Razor HD? I didn't know if you did, but, and like I said, I haven't looked at the Athlon 1 to 8. I just know you're getting a lot of quality there. So, let's see here. Also, I wanted to know what y'all want for Christmas. Like, what are y'all hoping for? Or you got something on the list maybe you're going to buy yourself, maybe gun related, non-gun related. I just dropped off my kiddo's car today. I mean, she's not really a kid but anymore, but I dropped off her vehicle today, and getting her some Christmas goodies. I'm getting her brand new run flats, which aren't cheap. 4 new tires, and I'm also getting her wheels powder coated. Get a little bling. So, yeah, everything on this car is expensive. Her Mercedes, but so that's what I'm doing for her and some other stuff. But trick it all out for her. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. KO4 or KO4 S4. Bought myself a Staccato P and an XL 40 Smith & Wesson. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, run flats are not cheap. However, this vehicle does not come with a spare. A lot of the Mercedes and hell, a lot of cars now don't come with spares. So that's why and it had run flats on it, but I upgraded to a better run flat. And it's amazing. I don't know if y'all are familiar with tires. Of course, I've been in the business for a long time with vehicles, but they are an XL tire. Of course, it has to be a run flat, so it's got a super thick sidewall. Each one of these tires weighs almost as much as my 8-ply truck tire, my 20-inch 8-ply truck tire. I mean, these things are freaking heavy as shit, but that's what they're for. All I want for Christmas is people to like the crap I bought them. Yeah, no, I hear you there, man. I hear you. Yeah, that's you know, that's what I'm dealing with too. So, oh, Zeus is buying his first silencer for Christmas, 30 cal. Okay, so you're getting you a 7.62 can. What brand is it, Zeus? Just curious, man. Congratulations, that's awesome. Redbird, all I want for Christmas is Big J. Oh, well, you got me right here. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas, Redbird. Yes. Now, these aren't ZR rated. My wife has had those on her car, but yeah, ZR for the speed rating. Not cheap. And of course, they don't get shit for mileage either because they're Z-rated performance tires. What about Ride On? What about Ride On? Instead of Carry On, Ride On? Let's see here. What else? So yeah, I'm getting them powder coated, gloss black with some flake in it, and you know, of course, the run flat tires. So, and hopefully she doesn't watch this, so it'll be a surprise. But I don't think she will. Let's see here. Also, I didn't know if y'all had seen Bull Armory is coming out with a new line of pistols, and it's their tactical line. And if you look at the pistols, they're coming optic ready. You know, one even has a built-in comp, kind of like their smaller ones. However, this is called their tactical line. And if you really look at the pistols, they're going after staccato big time on these. I mean, they look very similar to Staccatos, and they're like $200 cheaper than a Staccato. So they're really trying to push in on that market. I don't know how quick they're going to come over here because they're, of course, made overseas. But I know they look really nice. You can get them in all black. You can get them in stainless. So that's a cool option. And I really do like their micro. What is it? Gosh, I can't remember the numbers on it, but this is, like the staccato type lengths. So not like a C2 version. They already have that out. This is more like the P. And I think they're going to have a P version. And the other one, I think, might equal an XL with the comp, but pretty good looking guns. So that'll be pretty neat. Yeah, I saw the X ring with that Atlas. He's dinged it out there 500 yards once. Did hit the 400 a couple of times, I think. Let's see here. And remember, if you have the people in your family like I do, I have some of the cough watchers. I'm trying to say that so I don't get deleted. Um, that are not hysterical, but just everything is about the cough right now. They're still talking about it and the new variant and all this other crap. You know, you can just tell that their psyche's all jacked up. They're just, depressed. They're this, they're that, and I'm just like, man, we can't live in fear. You just got to do your thing, you know. So it is what it is. But just watch out for all your relatives and family members and try to give them a positive attitude, man. We will carry on and press on. So I know it all sucks, but, you know, everybody's got to keep living their life. Can't live in fear. Um, Dan O'Neill. I gifted myself a G40 long slide 10 millimeter and Foxtrot Mike 9 millimeter 16. So far, no jams and very accurate. FM9 G40, no jams. Also, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on your new acquisitions. That's always a good. That's a good thing to have. KO4S4. What do you want for Christmas? Great channel. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much. What I want for Christmas is I just really want everybody happy, healthy. I don't really need anything. I've got plenty of stuff. A lot of that stuff's materialistic, and I just want. And I know that's kind of a, everybody says this, but I just want y'all and your families to be happy and healthy, and just press through this and be positive. That's all I want. You know. That's all I want. Also, I will let y'all know I'm trying to get it set up. Still dealing with the parents. Like I said earlier, they're both in the hospital. And I will be spending Christmas in the hospital with both of them. So it's going to be a fun Christmas. First Christmas in a hospital. But I will be putting the comp on my Staccato P alloy, and I will be running the Threat Cadre comp. I'm pretty excited about it. It looks super awesome. I wanted to do the video before I put it on. I want to test it and get slow motion and everything without the comp and then with the comp. So that way we'll have like a before and after. Y'all will be able to see it. So I haven't been able to film that yet because I've been super busy. But, I'm really excited about trying that out. I know, of course, I know Greg personally. And I have seen his versions of before and after. I want to see if mine is the same. I'm sure it probably will be, but I always like to have my own opinion, my own testing with it. So I'm really excited about doing that, getting that ready. I also did check out. I don't know what this is, but let's see here. Hang on one second. Sorry. Okay, had to dump something real quick. So I do want to check that out and see how it runs. I mean, the gun runs perfectly, so no issues with it. But just want to see if supposedly you don't have to change the springs or anything. So I want to run multiple grains of ammo through it, different grains, and really test it out and see what it does. Oh boy. Dexter's asking if I have any experience with TriStar shotguns. I personally do not. The only one I have experience with is a Black Aces. I know that's made in Turkey also, but I don't have any personal experience with TriStar. I do have experience with TriStar pistols, just not shotguns. So, yeah, the only thing we have to look forward to, hopefully, is they did announce today that the Supreme Court is going to take on this vaccine deal. So they are going to hear it. Hopefully, they'll shoot this down real quick and we can get on with normal life and not have to worry about that crap. Oh, man, what is this thing doing? Okay, I've got to block somebody. Hang on a second. All right. Okay. All I want is for Christmas the Democrats to get some brains, Republicans get some balls, and Sleepy Joe to get COVID. Yeah, man, I want, I wish that would happen, but it's not going to. As a secure border, yes, I definitely want that too. Hello, Armsman. How are you, man? Merry Christmas, brother. 48 watching, 18 likes. Hit that thumbs down button, people. Yeah, and honestly, as much as I griped about, joking around about the thumbs down, I think it's dumb that they took that off, and I know why they did it. If you look at every one of Biden's videos, he had 9,000 thumbs down and like 200 thumbs up. So I know why they did that. They did that, to not show his negativity, but everybody knows the truth. We're not dumb. Banish 30 cal can. I'm not familiar with Banish. Just, I don't know every can either. We can only hope. Yep. We have a lot riding on the SCOTUS right now. Yeah, we do. Hopefully they make the right decision. Let's see here. And remember, if you're, like I said at the first, if you're needing weapon mounted lights or something, buy what you need before the price increase, because after the first of the year, they're going up 10 to 15% on both of those brands. Now, also, I don't know if y'all have seen, and I don't know if you follow them, but Texas Gun Experience, and not just because, I buy stuff there, but they have a channel now and they're starting to put out some really good content. So if you want to see some cool 2011s and stuff like that, they just put up a Triarch video that was pretty cool. They've got a really good videographer and they're starting to put up some really nice stuff. So you might want to check out their channel if you want to. I don't tell people what to do. Yes, the Alphabet Boys, it is mighty quiet on the braces receiver redefinition these days. I know that they got several letters. Even the Republicans wrote a letter, had a ton of people sign it. But I'm sure it's probably in the back wings. But we can just keep on fighting. I heard it was going live right before Christmas. I know a lot of people have already bought and supposedly done it, but this is the thing. The e-form is supposed to speed it up. But if you've got everybody and their brother doing the e-forms, it could have a slowdown at first and then it's probably going to pick up. I mean, I think it's cool that they did it. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I sent some money to the Minnesota gun rights to help fight our 2A rights. Yeah, I mean, I give to FLP, Gunners of America, so I've given to both of them. What's up, Channel Cat? How are you, man? Channel Cat's he's the snake. He's the snake man now, the snake charmer. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. But yeah, he got him Anaconda, I believe. That's pretty cool. Ever shot a Alchemy or a Cabot 1911? Looking to add them in 2022 to my collection. I have shot a Cabot. It was not my gun. It was a buddy's gun, and I did shoot a Cabot. It was not a super limited, but I mean, most of theirs are limited editions. I mean, it's a very, very nice 1911. I've never owned one. I've had Les Bears. I've had Ed Brown's. Haven't had a Cabot personally, but I've shot one, and it's a really nice pistol. Texas changed voting districts. You think it will help? Hopefully, you know, I mean, you should have to show ID and all that stuff everywhere. I mean, you got to do it when you get on a damn airplane. So why don't you do it when you vote? I've said that for a long time. Um, but my district personally, where I live, did not change, but I have heard that they're changing some. But we'll just have to see, man. Hopefully, it does. Um, they have an e-form now, silencer shop and stuff. They have an e-form that's supposed to speed up the time to get your suppressors. Yeah, a lot of people are saying 3 to 6 months, but I've actually heard some people say it should be sooner. But that's what I'm saying. When they announced this, everybody ran out and bought suppressors trying to do the e-forms. So you're probably going to have a little bog down at first, and all the people that have done it regular, you know, that were already in the queue. So I don't know. You know, once they get all that clean up, and then they get these e-forms going, you know, eventually it should speed it up. I don't know if it's going to happen immediately though, but we'll just have to see. Exactly. That's what I was saying. He's a snake. I'm a snake. I don't know if y'all remember that. That happened years ago. That goofy guy, I can't remember his name. Merry Christmas. Hello, Floridian. How are you? Yeah, 90-day turnaround. I think that will eventually get there. I just don't know if it's going to get there very quickly. Let's see here. Ever shot a Springfield Saint AR-10 308? No, I have not shot a Springfield Saint. I actually own the POF Rogue 12 and a half 308, and then I've got the Lancer full size 308, the Lancer L10 or L30 heavy metal. I love 308, but I haven't shot a Springfield Saint. So, I mean, maybe they're good. The only thing I don't like about their 10-inch one is it's a 1 in 10 twist. I think it's a 1 in 10, and it's actually a shorter barrel. So, you know, you don't really need a standard length, which would be on a 16 or an 18 on a 12 and a half. I think they should have twisted it differently, because I have seen some results about it, and it was not accurate at all. So who knows? Yeah, Bull Armory is making some nice looking pistols, but their new tactical line, where it's kind of like the staccato, I think that's going to be pretty cool. And yeah, that SAS two with the comp, they have the one with the comp, and that's pretty awesome. I mean, there's some great 308 rifles out there. You know, Aero Precision makes you know, of course, components, uppers and lowers. We can just snap them together. Um, you know, I would trust theirs. I mean, Savage has them. You know, there's a lot of people who have them. Just depends on what you want. You know, if you do decide to build one completely, you know, bare, just be aware there's no true mil spec for an AR-10, so you can have some stuff with some weird looking gaps and all that crap. So if you're going to do that, get all the same brand components and put it together, so that way it'll have some sort of you know, it'll go together correctly. But you know, when it comes to an AR-10, I mean, there's so many options out there. It really comes down to what you want, what you're looking for, if it's got the correct rail on it, you know, all the features and the benefits that you want. Now, take into account, you can change out the trigger. You know, you can, if it comes with a crappy trigger, you can change out the trigger. You can put whatever you want in it. But just depends on what you're looking for. I just like I really do like the 12 and a half 308. A lot of people are like, why? It's super, super light. I mean, without the optics on it, it's only 5 point, excuse me, 5.7 pounds for a 308, which is super light, really easy to maneuver, very accurate, more accurate than I am. And it'll stretch out there. I mean, now I haven't shot mine. I think I've only shot mine 400 yards. Shot it out at Triple C before they closed down. But or no, I take that back. I shot it at 600 yards. And then I shot my long one at 800. But You know, just depends on what you're looking for and what you want to do with it. I know you said for hunting, but I don't know what distance you're talking about. If you're really wanting to stretch it out, I'd recommend 16-inch at least. If you're really wanting to stretch out, maybe an 18-inch. But and then it depends on what ammo you're going to use. If you're just going to use 150 whatever grain stuff for hogs or whatever, so be it. But mine really loves the 168. Both of them do. So let's see here. Yes, it is a flamethrower. Now with the suppressor on it, of course, it calms all that down. But it's super loud and without the suppressor, and it is a flamethrower. Any short barrel 308 is going to be, it has to burn that powder. Let's see here. Any plans to upgrade Cash Run? Any plans to upgrade your staccato in the future? Which staccato? Are you talking about both of them? And I already have done some upgrades. I've already done triggers on both. Of course, optics on both. I don't know. Are you talking about cosmetic as far as colors or, Cerakote, stuff like that? Are you talking about grip enhancements? Be a little more specific and I'll let you know, depending on what you're talking about for upgrades. I mean, I love the triggers that I've put in them. They're the Bobarts, I believe, from, I think they're Bobarts, through Atlas Gunworks. It's that brand, and I really do love those triggers. But thank you. Nice to see you live, Shaq. Time for me. Oh, awesome. Appreciate it, man. Have a Merry Christmas. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying the 2011s. A lot of people have asked why I've jumped into the 2011s. I'll tell you again. I'm a 1911 guy from way back, and I've played with 2011s in the past. The one that I had, it was okay, but there was some things I didn't like about it. However, the ones I have now, all of the ones that I have, I really do like. I actually love the Masterpiece arms. The thing is freaking attack driver, but it is heavy. It's a full size heavyweight. I love the Staccato P. I love the Staccato C2. I'm really enjoying those a lot. Carry the C2 every day pretty much, and I have been for over 6 months now. I carry it every day, except when I switched the SRO out. I did carry my P10C again. Carried it for a couple of weeks till I got the dot dialed in. Since I changed it to the 508T, and a lot of people ask why I put a 508T and took the SRO off. It was strictly because I had to have an SRO to move over to the Masterpiece arms because I only have 3 SROs, and I wanted to move it over. And as y'all all know, SROs are very difficult to find right now. If you do, people want $750 for it, and I'm not going to pay that because it's stupid. So whenever they come back in stock, I'll buy more. I'll probably buy 2 more just to have an extra one. And with the 508T, I actually really like it. The SRO does give me a larger window, and it actually helps for the peripheral. Gives me a little more view window. It seems the SRO seems a lot faster for me. Not that I can't shoot the other one, I can, but when I throw up an SRO, it's like I can see the target, I can see everything out there. With the 508, it tends to square it more, and it's a little thicker around the edges, so my eyes just automatically kind of tunnel, so I lose a little bit of the peripheral. So, but the more I get used to it, the more I'm going to like it. I shot the 507s forever, so. Yes, I was just talking about that the other day. I don't know if the DWX is ever going to come out. And I was thinking, matter of fact, I think even Triple C and I were talking about it. My thought process was maybe they have delayed this since they bought Colt. CZ owns Colt now. So maybe they have delayed this. And, Dan Wesson has 1911s and all that kind of stuff right now. So I was thinking, man, what if they put the DWX under the Colt name, maybe not made it DWX, maybe they called it something else, like the Colt whatever, and released it under the Colt name to give Colt, some headway or kind of get them rolling a little more with a different gun. So maybe they will come out with it and release it under Colt, or maybe they'll keep it with Dan Wesson. I don't really know. That was just kind of a thought. I'm sure I know it's delayed. We all know that. Hopefully it'll eventually come out, but who knows? Hey, reloading from the hot pot. Thanks, man. Merry Christmas to you too, man. Let's see here. Yes, I did see that. Apex made a +2 mag extension for the FNX 45. Yes, sir, I did see that. Matter of fact, I think I got a call from them the middle of the week, and it was probably, I just haven't had a chance to call him back and talk to him. But it might have been, to test those or run them, or maybe not. But yeah, Apex makes good stuff. Could you do a video comparison for astigmatism red dots from your experience? I have talked about it numerous times on chats. It would be very difficult because when you put a camera on a red dot, it'll show a crisp dot. And that's one thing you can do to check if you have astigmatism, or to see. A lot of people think their dot's screwed up. So one way, if you could take a picture of your dot with your iPhone does not see astigmatism. So if you think your dot is messed up, and I proved this to a buddy of mine that lives in a different state, he goes, man, my dot's all blurry. This thing's defective. I was like, man, you probably have astigmatism and you don't know. And he's like, no, my eyes are perfect. I said, astigmatism's different. So I said, take your iPhone, take a picture of your dot, and then look at your picture in your iPhone. So if you see a crisp little dot and you're not seeing that with your human eye, you got astigmatism. And so he did it, and he's like, oh shit, you're right. So there you go. I mean, as far as me doing a video, I couldn't show it in the video because my camera would probably, if I could get it to zoom in good enough, it would probably see a crisp dot. If you want to see a really great video or good video, it's one of my highest viewed videos. It's called Battle of the Dots, and it's where I take a Delta Point Pro, a Trijicon SRO, Holosun 507C, Trijicon RMR, and I kind of go over my likes and dislikes for all of them. So you could check that out. But it would be very hard, to compare my eyes. And I've talked about it in videos before. My astigmatism is going to be different from somebody else's astigmatism. Some people see a comet. Some people see, looks like a blooming flower. Some people see like 3 dots, so there's all different ways eyes are going to see it. That's the best way I could explain it. Hey, what's up, Steve L? Merry Christmas, man. How are you? Pistol Pete, they should still release it under Colt, but still let Dan Wesson build it. Just tell DW to stick a pony on the side. Done. Yeah, I mean, I think that might be kind of cool to give Colt kind of a kick in the ass and get them rolling. Not saying Colt's bad, but, just to give them some new lineup. Because since they released a lot of the snake guns, re-released them, they don't really have, other than like the Delta Elite and stuff, they don't have anything new, so I think that would be pretty cool just to see something like that from them. Whether they'll do it or not, who knows? I have astigmatism, just looking to add more dots, just want one that works for me. My Delta Point Pro 6 MOA is better than my RMR 325. Yeah, and if you have astigmatism, I've talked about this before, and this is from my viewpoint, no one else's. Okay, if I take a 5 MOA dot and I really dim it down, it's a 5 MOA dot. And with my astigmatism, it tends to look bigger than a 5 MOA. But if I get a 325, it kind of looks like a 325, and then I can turn up the intensity. This is not the correct way to do it. I can turn up the intensity and bloom it into a 6 or even an 8 if I want to. Now, that's not the correct way to do it, but if you have a bigger dot, you can never make it smaller. If you have a smaller dot, you can always bloom it and make it bigger. That is not the correct way, but that is the way I prefer. So I'll say that. Rabbi, I returned 2 dots before I realized it was a problem with my eyes. I did the same thing, but on rifles. I was like, man, this dot's all jacked up. This was a long time ago. I was like, this dot's all jacked up. So I took it back to the store and I looked through another one. They're like, yeah, we'll exchange it. So they gave me another one. I looked through it and I was like, this one's screwed up too. And they were like, dude, you might have astigmatism. I didn't even know about it. So kind of freaked me out. Yes, try that Holosun primary ACSS red dot. Best for me with the astigmatism. Yes, and it is a very good dot because you're not seeing a dot, you're seeing a chevron. So you're exactly right, Pistol Pete. That is a really good option. With that one, I do see the chevron pretty damn clear. There's no blurriness. So you're exactly right. Sorry, I forgot that one. I just got a bunch of shit in my head right now, so sorry. 51 watching and 27 likes. Y'all smash that thumbs up if you want to. I don't tell people what to do. Hello, AR Gun 1776. How are you doing, man? At least your eye doctor was cool about working with you through that too. Yeah. I mean, I just took my slide in there. I've taken it in there, I think, for the past 3 years, and with the dot on it. And when she puts the little things on me, I just hold it out there and I'm like, clear, 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 clearest. And with I will say this, and I've said it in videos if you watch it, when I wear my Oakley prescription sunglasses, and those are only for an astigmatism, it takes, like, if I don't have them on, I'll get the little fuzzy dot. When I put the sunglasses on, whoop, it clears it up. Now, is it 100% perfect? No, but it's pretty damn precise. And then when I put my clear stigmatism glasses on it, it's fuzzy before, and then it clears it up also. When I run regular safety glasses or shooting glasses without the prescription in them, it's still fuzzy and blurry. So there you go. But I really do think that that prescription does make a difference. And I have 20/20 vision from distance. I just, like, when I read, sometimes I have the old man, where you got to pull your head back. So I forget, what is it? Near, I don't know what the hell you call it. I can't remember. But another thing with the glasses, what it does is, even on my distance, it actually it makes it really precise on my distance, which is actually really good. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, man. Merry Christmas, everyone. This will be the last chat before we have Christmas. So I did want to talk about telling everyone Merry Christmas. I do have something planned, and hopefully, if it all works out, of course, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, y'all will definitely might want to tune in. But I'll do an announcement. I'll post it all up, what it's about. But I think it's going to be pretty cool, and I think y'all will really like it. Anything new and exciting that maybe y'all are wanting for 2022, or even if it's an older gun, or maybe something that came out this year or maybe last year that you're wanting, that you've been thinking about, man, I'm saving up for this. When I get enough, I'm going to buy it. I've seen a lot of people, and I did this. I already had all the money for a DWX, actually for two DWXs. If I could get my hand on the compact, I was going to buy the compact and the full size. So I was going to just buy both of them. However, that didn't happen. So I bought the Staccato P, and I'm very happy I did. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy the DWX if it came out tomorrow. I would still grab one, but I just had some cash set aside that I was, that I was going to use with that to buy it. But, is there anything y'all are just like, hey, man, I'm saving up for this. I really got to have it, really got to get it, I haven't seen a 502 in the wild yet. I have not either. The FN 502, I still haven't seen the damn thing. So I don't know. There were, at the end, like when all the influencers were shooting it and saying how great it was, I saw a couple of reviews where it wasn't that great. So I'm wondering if they had to go in and fix some things. Maybe that's why they haven't released them out to all the wild yet. I was kind of curious about that. So Pistol Pete, I'm still looking at the M&P 10 millimeter. Heard a few people having some malfunctions with them. No personal experience though. I still haven't even seen one in the store yet. They did say they got one in, but they sold it, or got two in, and they sold them pretty quickly. Which I said, a lot of people are going to buy them because they're relatively priced, and a lot of people want to try out 10 millimeter. So there's a lot of people who have never shot a 10 millimeter pistol. They're just like, oh, I saw the reviews, so I got to buy it. And they did not have one to test to shoot, or I would have shot it just to see what I thought about it. But I haven't seen one personally yet. Let's see. Here you go. Trying to get nods, but finding extra work for the money is tough right now. Yeah. You know what? That's the thing. A lot of people have asked why I don't have nods. I mean, I've looked through them before, but I've never owned them. I'm not saying they're cool. I think they are. I've played a lot with my thermal scope, and I really like it. And I will say this, if somebody is all gillied out and they're laying in a ditch and, whatever, if you don't have thermal, you can't pick them up. So with thermal, you can see them. So that's just my opinion. And they do have like a thermal night vision, set that you could wear. I think those are even more money. But thermal's good enough for what I'm doing. Now, of course, it's a scope, so it's on your rifle. It's not on your head. But just an idea. I dig the thermals though; they're really cool. I've had my dogs running around in the backyard during the dark, where you can't even really see them unless you see their eyes, and of course, it's all unloaded, the whole works. But you know, I played around. I'm like, man, that's pretty crazy. I even threw up a video. Y'all can go back and find it. My dog was walking around in the yard, or my wife's dog, walking around in the yard. And of course, most dogs shit. I didn't know she was going to, but she's walking around out there, and then she drops one. You can actually see it fall out, and it's on the ground, lit up clear as a bell. So I'm like, man, that's pretty cool, because that little dog, those are like little turds, like rabbit turds, and it picked it up clear as a bell. Let's see, his 509 just, oops, or 502 just got delivered. Oh, cool. Let us know what you think, man. Um, My local gun store had the 502, but the only one they've gotten is for promotions. They said they haven't gotten any shipments for sale yet. Okay. Hell, I hadn't even seen one for promotions yet. I just want to put my hands on it, really take it apart, look at it, and all that stuff. My prescription sunglasses are polarized. Seems to help my astigmatism a lot. Cool. Yeah, mine are polarized also, but they are prescription. Saving up for a Cabot left and right match set. Ooh, yeah, that's not cheap there. Cabots are really cool guns. It just depends on if you want a 1911, um, and I'm not saying any. I mean, I really like 1911s. I've got a few of them, but um, I just prefer more capacity. So I prefer the 2011 route. But I love a 1911. So don't get me wrong. Really love them. Let's see here. What scope rings do you all use? For scope rings, I really like EGW. Um, you can pull up EGW. They make everything in house. They make them from bar stock. They do a precision one. That's what I've got on a couple of my rifles that are rings. They're not cheap, but they are a match set. So you're getting really good stuff. And then they have a less expensive line that is really, really nice. And they mill everything in house. They're just not a matched set, to where it's like an AA and then an A or a BB. So, but they have, gosh, what is and it's not cheap, but it's a less expensive line. But the way that they make them, you don't have any crazy, I mean, the way that they match on there, whatever your millimeter of LPVO or scope would be, they have a really nice tolerance on there. So check out EGW. They make really good stuff. And I use EGW parts in all my 20 or 1911s, Sears, all that stuff. They make awesome stuff. None of their stuff is MEM. It's all billet. So it's the real deal. Oh, awesome, man. This is cool. Milkman bought his grandson a 1022 for Christmas. Can't wait to give it to him. That's awesome. He will love it. That is really, really cool. Yeah, I've said this about your place. For some reason, 1911s and 2011s have same capacity in New York. Yeah, that sucks. Poor you. So they are neutering your shit because it's called standard capacity. Yours are neutered capacity. That sucks. Let's see if I forgot anything. We are getting close to 8 o'clock. So if y'all have any questions, please spout it out. I am wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Of course, we'll talk before the New Year because we'll have next Wednesday's chat. But I am going to try to get my parents squared away, get Christmas over with, and then I'm going to hit the range some more and blow through some more ammo. In the past, I think my past two range sessions, I have shot. I went through 1,000 round box, and I started into my Federal. So I got rid of a bunch of white trash ammo, Winchester white trash. That was 1,000 rounds of it. So that's all finished, and I started with it. So in the past, well, probably 2.5 weeks or three, it was actually 3 range sessions. I've now shot about 1,200 rounds through multiple guns, not just one gun, but I've got a lot of rounds through the MPA now, got a lot of rounds through the Staccato P. I've got a lot of rounds through the C2, but y'all know that gun's almost, shit, it's probably 4,000 rounds now. The Shadow 2, I've got rounds through it, more rounds, but it has a ton of rounds through it. What else did I shoot? Oh, the P10C, I put even more rounds through it, but it's got a ton of rounds through it. Trying to think if there was anything else I've shot. Oh, I did shoot, and I'll go ahead and tell y'all this too. I want y'all to guess what is my most relaxing platform to shoot. I mean, if I want to go and relax and just really have a good time, what do you think my most relaxing gun is to shoot? I want y'all to guess. How has the POF Rogue performed for you lately? Hello, Christopher. How are you, sir? It's actually done very well. I got one of the first ones, and I did have that gas block, or golly, I can't even think. The little gas block on the top, the bolt let loose. So they sent me a whole new bolt carrier group. Since that, it's been flawless. With the new bolt carrier group, I have over 1,000 rounds through it with the new bolt carrier group, and that is 308. Not had one issue. It's worked perfectly. So, and you can get that. That's a fluke. They're threading it in, maybe cross-threaded, maybe, drilled improperly. There could have been any little glitch. So I'm not beating them up over it. But the new one has performed flawlessly. So no issues. I highly recommend the gun. It is fun as hell to shoot. I have it in 12.5. It's an awesome size. And it is a lot of fun to shoot. I love 308. I'm a 308 guy. Let's see. I want to save up for a MAP DS9 like yours. I like the looks of that gun also. And I've shot Atlas, and that is a thing I'm going to be doing, just so y'all know. And I'll go ahead and give the spoiler alert away. I'm going to be comparing the Masterpiece arms to an Atlas Athena. Same dots, so they'll both have SROs on it. So that is coming up. It's my buddy's Atlas. I'm going to do that. So hopefully this week or next, or maybe the end of this week, it'll be Christmas, so probably not. But maybe next week I can do that comparison. And Atlas is a awesome gun, but I will say this: the MPA, my MPA, is more accurate, and it should be because it's way heavier. It's a full size, 2011 with the funnel, with the mag, all the whole works. It is a damn accurate gun. I mean, it's stupid accurate. It's way more accurate than me. Not saying the staccatos are bad, but this thing has, I haven't checked it since I've shot it so much. I know the trigger decreased, but it's probably a 2-pound trigger now. The trigger's awesome. I mean, I like everything about the gun. It's just sexy as hell. And it's $3,000. Atlases are, $7,000 to $8,000. Well, depending on which one you can get one for like $6,500 or $6,000. So I want to see, will a $3,000 gun run just as good or as accurate, so to say, in my hands, one versus the other with the same ammo. So I will be comparing those. So y'all will want to stand by and watch that. Anthony Lamastro, happy holidays. Thank you, man. Anthony, I appreciate it. Appreciate the $5, man. Thank you so much. All right. Dexter said 308. Pistol Pete said 1911. Ruger M77, Suppress 22, Shadow 2. Okay, I will go ahead and tell you. He's saying 22 with a can on it. Here's what it is. It is my Savage B22 Performance. It's a 22 rifle with the MDT chassis on it. That's the way it comes from the factory. It's a 7.5. I mean, the gun weighs 7.5 pounds without the optic. I've got a really nice Diamondback Vortex scope on a 22. I've got EGW rings. I've got EGW Performance 20 MOA rail on it. And the way I like to shoot it, it's super quiet with no can, because when I put the can on it, it does change the accuracy of it. And even X-Ring proved that. So most 22s, or this 22 does, it's so much more accurate without a can. With Lapua, now of course Lapua ammo is not cheap, but I've got a lot of it. But with the Lapua 22 ammo, I can shoot a 10 round group at 50 yards, and I can put my pinky over it, right in the bullseye. I've shown it many times. So I will put my mat down. I'll go in there, load up the mags, snap it in there, just work the bolt, work my trigger control, and I don't wrap this hand around the grip. I actually put my right thumb up on the top. So I'm just working the trigger finger, not letting anything manipulate the grip. And that thing is a freaking tack driver. It is so damn accurate. And I just sit there and shoot groups. That's what I do. And when I pull that target in, people are like, what the shit? You know, because they're just like, holy crap. And they, for some reason, people think it's like a, they think it's like a 270. You know, I've had a guy go, that's a badass 270. I'm like, this is a 22. And he's like, holy shit. Because it's so quiet, even without a can, you know, but of course you're shooting subsonic ammo too. But it is a blast. I love it. So that is my, I mean, probably every other time I go to the range, I take it, and I will just sit there and, I mean, I can, it's so much fun. It's just like I get in my zone and I just go through it. It's so fun. What do I think of custom M&P like Floyd's Customs or a custom P320, both comped or ported? Floyd's Customs does do good work. I've never used him, but I have a buddy who did, and he really liked it. And I saw his gun; it looked really nice. And I think Pistol Pete had them do it too. I think, but it's I really like M&P. I've owned a lot of 320s. I probably between those, I mean, they're both great guns. It really comes out to be what you want. You know, I wouldn't say that either is bad. That's a hard one. I would probably take the M&P, and I've owned SIGs. I have a hate relationship with SIGs. I've had a few problems, but I'm not trying to persuade anybody differently. I mean, SIG makes a damn good gun. Hey, what's up, X-Ring? How are you doing, man? Yeah, we were just talking about you earlier. Let's see here. Hello, Clyde. How are you, man? When you come to Texas, I will buy you dinner and I will buy you some drinks. How about that, Paul? So let me know when you come to Texas. I'll take care of you. That's different. Your range allows for that kind of thing. Yeah, I can do what I want. I draw from the holster. I mean, Texas Gun Experience is awesome. And when you're in your bay, you can throw your mat down. You can use your shooting bags. You can do whatever you want to do. So, yeah, they're American. They're not like Ranger Rick. If you ever saw my old videos, I used to have the guy that come by, you're shooting too fast. You're scaring the other people. I'm like, well, they need to shoot faster. They need to learn what the hell they're doing. You know, I mean, don't penalize me. But whatever. God, what are these bots, man? I've got all these bots, and I got to block these people. Hang on. I've got some bots that have been coming in here and saying stupid crap. Yeah, doing well. I hope you are, Big J. I'm a lurker. No, heck, man. I'm glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. Yeah, y'all want to see some really awesome, especially long range and all kinds of stuff, go check out X-Ring. He's got a really cool channel doing some good stuff over there. Doing well. What do you think about M&P's new 10 millimeter? Think about adding that to my collection. Yeah, I mean, if you're into a 10 millimeter, I think it's a good option. I've talked about it in the past. I've been on that horse with 10 millimeter. 10 millimeters way back when nobody gave a shit about it, kind of like 45. And now it's making a comeback. So I think if you want to try out a 10 millimeter, grab it, man. There's nothing wrong with Yeah, that's a great idea, Pistol Pete. You can look at some houses when you're down in Texas, Bowling Curious. Yeah, Pistol Pete, I will hook you up with a badass realtor and we'll get your ass down here. How about that? Yeah, he will take you to show you some sweet houses. But yeah, okay, guys, and gals, if any gals are out there, it's 8:09. If you got anything, I'll hang on for a couple more minutes. You can ask some quick questions, but I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. I got to make some calls later and finish that. Man, look at those legs. You can see them just hanging onto that glass. But oh, nobody asked what tonight's drink was. That was Yellowstone, their whiskey. If you haven't tried it, you ought to try it. It's actually really good. That's their Yellowstone whiskey from the show. Um, let's see here real quick. As far as carry, is 10 millimeter overkill versus 45 ACP? No, it's not overkill. The only thing that I will say about 10 millimeter, I mean, I've shot 45s tons. I've only owned one 10 millimeter personally, but I got rid of it because I was, whatever. Um, and like 40 plus P plus or whatever. I mean, 10 millimeter kind of reminds me of 40 cal plus, maybe plus P. It's, it's, I mean, it'll take down what you want it to take down. The only thing is, I will say this: I have watched people shoot 10 millimeter that maybe aren't used to 10 millimeter, and they'll prep the trigger, they'll get it all ready, boom, their first shot, is a bullseye or a great shot. If they do a second shot and they pause, they can get that second shot off. However, under rapid shots, like if you've really got to dump some rounds in somebody, they're not, a lot of them don't have the recoil control, and that's all comes to grip. And I'm not a professional shooter. I mean, hell, X-Ring's your guy here. But a lot of people shooting 10 millimeter fast, they don't have the recoil control. 45, I've seen people do the same thing with 45. I've got some videos that you can go watch where I'm shooting my STI 45, 1911, and I mean, I'm just dumping rounds, just pop, 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 as fast as I can. And I mean, it's a good, very good group. So it all comes down to, do you have the correct grip? Do you have the correct, stance, follow through, the whole works, equal pressure, all that good stuff. If you've got a good, stable grip, anybody can shoot a 10 millimeter. It's not that big of a deal. I don't live in bear country. I don't need a 10 millimeter. Um, it all comes down to, you know, hitting your target. I mean, I'm talking stopping points, like shut off points, the T zone, all that good stuff. If you shoot and take, hit them in the correct place, they're going to go down. But it's like that old thing with stopping power. Oh, it's got more stopping power. You shoot that and it's going to blow that guy across the street. Well, everything has an equal reaction. So if you think you're going to shoot somebody and blow them across the door, you're going to be blown across the door also from shooting it. And that's not the case. So don't be afraid of it. Just go shoot it. What you might want to do is rent a 10 millimeter. My 10 millimeter was a steel 10 millimeter, but I've shot polymer 10 millimeters. I shot the Glock. What is that? The Glock 40 10 millimeter or whatever. I've shot it. It was okay. Nothing super to write home about it. And it's really big around the grip, which didn't matter for me, but it could for some people. But, it's cool. I mean, but I've been there and done that. So I just don't see a reason. That's why, I load up on 45 because I've got a lot of 45s. I load up on 9. I load up on calibers, not just buy 4 boxes. I load up on calibers that I actually have and that I run. 10 millimeters, just not one that I would ever get back into. That's just my opinion. Not knocking the people who have them. I just don't have a reason to have it. X Ring says, I agree with you. I don't know if he's talking to me or Bald or whomever. I guess he can chime in if he wants to say something. If he's agreeing with me about 10 millimeter. Shot placement matters. Yeah, that's exactly. Yep. Shot placement is what it's all about. So, I mean, hell, even if you're shooting a bear, you know, you need to shoot them where you're going to shut them off. And I haven't shot a bear personally, so I guess I can't speak to that. I've shot in some big ass pigs, but not with a pistol, with rifles. But all right, well, 8:14. Well, I definitely want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Please be safe out there. Enjoy the time with your family. You know, if you have to fly somewhere, be safe. Don't fight anybody on an airplane. It's not worth it. You don't want to get thrown off the plane and all that crap with the FAA on your ass. So just be cool, calm, and collective. And but next Wednesday, we will hopefully everything works out. It'll be a special chat. Everybody should enjoy it. And I will check back with you all next Wednesday. But remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on. And have a great Christmas, everyone. X-Ring is saying, I do think 10 millimeter is a bit much for concealed carry. Well, there's your opinion from X-Ring. So I just, you know, I think it'd be okay for the first shot, but I don't think most people could handle or under speed. I just don't think it would be the right thing personally. But y'all take care out there. If you need anything, please leave comments after this. I'll get to them and answer them as quick as possible. Say prayers for my parents. I'd appreciate it, everyone. Y'all be safe out there. Take care.